All right, for our next cultural descriptor. And again, this is like when we think about the education at CTL, we want these kind of descriptions to be made about it. We want a culture described where we are making bull riders and homemakers. So I'm going to give you a summary statement. Bull riders and homemakers calls for a Christian culture that honors God-given gender differences, celebrating both rugged masculinity and nurturing femininity as essential to kingdom flourishing. So this vision is to intentionally cultivate strong, courageous men prepared for spiritual and cultural battles, and women equipped to build, beautify, and sustain the home by modeling respect for both callings and training children in their unique strengths. Families and communities can reflect the fullness of God's image. This balanced approach strengthens the church and society, ensuring boys and girls are shaped for their distinct complementary roles. So this is more than just we want to respect those, like we affirm gendered education. This is about what do we expect from each one of those. So we want to recognize, first of all, and build upon these distinctions. Right? The main reason gender is different is because God said so. And he created us with different responsibilities. We have to fight the urge to reason our way into differences while also finding ways to love and build a strong case for why what God has created is good. Right? So we have this tendency to want to flatten this. We want to appease people. But we need to recognize that we don't have to look and go, okay, well, this is good because of this. We can look at it and say, well, this is good because God has created it this way. Gender differences are gifts to build a robust and thriving culture. And you can see how not thriving our world is because there are certain gender differences are not encouraged. And in fact, it's all fluid and all that messy stuff. But we want to reject gender confusion and embrace God's design for gender in a way that honors him and is wise for us and wise in our application. So let me give you some application here, just a couple items. Teach children to appreciate and celebrate their God-given gender identities and differences. What I mean is draw it out. Like, you're a young lady, and these are good things. God has created you to nurture and to love and to make things beautiful. And so a lot of times, like when I'm instructing my daughters on taking care of something, I will use terms like, are you helping make that thing beautiful, or are you helping make it ugly? Another application would be to assign household responsibilities that reflect and honor both strength and nurturing. It doesn't mean that a boy can't do dishes. It doesn't mean that a girl can't cut the grass, but the predominant flow of the tasks around the home should encourage their particular gender. Assign household responsibilities that reflect and honor both strength and nurturing. So boys should help with physically laborious things, heavy lifting, outdoor work, repairs. Girls helping with meal prep and feeding and nurturing and growing the people around them, organizing hospitality, while encouraging both to serve in all areas, certainly as needed. So when we think about education at CTL and we think about the education of each gender, let me go into this specifically. We want to attract and build rugged men ready for the fight. We don't want to educate and disciple boys to be wimpy, pathetic, and passive. Men are called to be strong, courageous, called to be prepared to fight the spiritual and cultural and physical battles of the age. Paul says for us to be watchful, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong. Listen, true masculinity is about strength under control or strength under authority and courageous leadership. Ruggedness involves both physical courage and spiritual fortitude, and men are called to protect, provide, to lead. And we want to raise men who are rugged and ready for the next fight in the advancement of the kingdom. So let me give you some application on this, and we'll have to think through for your specific home. You should assign challenging physical projects or outdoor adventures. Give your son age-appropriate tasks, such as splitting wood or building a fence or hiking or participating in a team sport to build physical resilience and confidence. Second, implement regular, intentional father-son discipleship. Set aside weekly time or bi-weekly time for there to be father-son conversations, honest discussion about what it means to be a man of faith in today's world. Number three, involve boys in real leadership opportunities. Encourage your son to take responsibility for aspects of the home, such as organizing or leading family devotions or serving a neighbor. Something to practice courage. Number four, understand that boys have more energy. They need space to exert themselves physically. I think practically having shorter lessons, more outside time, and more physically demanding tasks. The next thing, nurturing women ready for the home. Women are called to nurture, build, and beautify the home, to form the spiritual and cultural heart of the family and the community. In Proverbs 31, talks about the woman whose strength and dignity are her clothing, and she speaks with wisdom. And so women shape culture through nurturing love, wisdom, and hospitality. Listen, homemaking is a strategic and glorious calling, essential for kingdom flourishing. So women's influence in the home nurtures the next generation. Like, she's a part of the puzzle. So that's why when we take women out of the home, we take them out of the opportunity to nurture the next generation of kingdom workers. And so we want to raise women, we want to raise young ladies who see the incredible value of the home and prepare them to be robust, quality, wise workers in this career. So let me give you some application. I think you should train girls in skills, wisdom, and virtues for home, community life, nurturing. We should celebrate homemaking as an honorable and vital vocation. We should involve daughters in real homemaking tasks, assigning age-appropriate responsibilities, such as meal planning, cooking, cleaning, organizing, gardening, decorating. Like, understand, she is a part of fueling the people in her home, giving them quality things, creating a place, just like the womb inside of a woman is naturally hospitable. She should be creating an environment that is hospitable for her people to grow and to be nurtured and to rest and to prep for the next day's fight. You should number two, create opportunities for hospitality and service. Invite daughters to help host guests, prepare meals. Emphasize the importance of welcoming others, showing kindness, using the home as a place of ministry and encouragement. Number three, understand that girls are more capable of sitting, reading, coloring. So most schooling methods, I hope you see this, current schooling methods are more conducive to female learning. So you can embrace those and enjoy those, sitting and coloring for hours. Like those are fine things. It doesn't, more for girls than they are for boys. And so nurture women ready for the home. Lastly, we want to cultivate a culture that honors both. That loves it, that celebrates, he's a boy being a boy, and that's good. And she's a girl being a girl, and that's good. A healthy kingdom culture values rugged men and nurturing women equally, recognizing both as vital for God's purposes. Listen, men and women together embody the fullness of God's creation and his intent and his purpose. And so the strength of a culture depends on the strength of its men and the beauty of its women. So let me encourage you to foster environments where boys and girls learn to honor and support each other's callings. There is honor and weightiness behind both, and we need to prize and emphasize that weightiness and both of those callings. So let me conclude with this. We should be raising bull riders and homemakers for Christ's kingdom. We're called to cultivate rugged men ready for battle and nurturing women ready to build and sustain the home. This God-ordained diversity strengthens the church and the culture for faithful kingdom living for generations. And Christian education and discipleship must intentionally shape boys and girls for these glorious and complementary roles.